The bean crew must be flying planes today. There goes George. They might get in the field tomorrow. Came and buzzed us.
Well, today's Monday, October 26th. The rain storm we had come through Friday evening down here on the Wilson farm and took some of the corn down. It's white corn. Don't have a real good stalk. The plant is letting me a little bit thick. Got a spindly stalk. As you can see, it's down somewhat. These guys in Iowa would probably laugh at this corn being down, but makes it a little slower picking. We picked over there yesterday over that side of the field, and it was actually worse. We're kind of getting out of it now, and I think the rest of our corn that we got left so far don't have much down at all, but there is rain in the forecast this afternoon. We're hoping to knock this field out before that. We like about 80 acres, I guess, or so. Like to get it done before it rains again this afternoon. We're getting down to just a little bit over 1,000 acres right now, I think. Left to go with corn. Get to go today till 3 o'clock or so. We'll have her under 1,000. Feel like we got her whipped in, but weather's definitely changed. It's just we had such nice dry conditions for a long time, so we can't complain. Worst thing now, after we come back from the rain like today, it's just cloudy and drizzly once in a while. It just keeps the stalks wet, damp, makes things go through a lot harder. You just get a little bit of wind or a little sun just to dry them off a little more. I can speed up another probably half a mile an hour, make things go a little faster. All in all, not too bad. I'm glad I got I picked the 150 acres yesterday. It's the worst down corn I've been in for a while. Got over this side of the field a little better, so glad to see that. Different variety, different white corn variety. This is the newer variety was down a little worse and didn't yield as good as the newer or the older one. 11309 Pioneer right now. I hope it don't rain for a while. We're having to dump. As you can see, they're up there loading the truck now. Out there on the edge of the gravel road, got a good place to dump because there's no traffic down in here where we're at. So that makes it nice. We're right on the Wabash River, kind of a high bottom field. This part of the field here hardly ever floods, but it does once in a while. Last year we had a little problem, but not much in this one. Looks like it's getting a little brighter out now, a little brighter tint I can see out there. So maybe another hour we'll get a little bit of drying here, make things go through better. Say that my new gearing off corn head is doing a good job in this tough down in spots corn. See how tall this corn is. It's right up here at the level, almost top of the cab. That's why it's going down besides the spindly stalk. But, see right here, it's down up real good. Right there, just plugged up the auger. A little bit too many wet stalks, but that's no big deal nowadays. You just flip the switch and reverse the header for a little bit. Put her back in. Goes right through. Years ago, you had to get out and dig that stuff out. That was no fun. Now it reverses. Even the rotor reverses on this case. We sprayed all of our corn this year with Veltima Fungicide, I think it's a darn good thing. As dry as the stalks has gotten, the weather we've had lately, this corn would be in a lot worse shape if it hadn't had that on there. Which paid not only in yield dividends, it's paid in helping harvest. Well, it's a big deal. I would not raise corn without fungicide on it. Just would not do it anymore. Same with beans. We had beans sprayed, some with Veltima, some with Approach Prima. Both did a good job. We can tell where the airplane didn't spray fields. Less yield that he missed. We did some of it ourselves. Next year we're going to do it all ourselves. We've got a little bit of a yield boost there, especially in the corn. Everything 100% is going to have fungicide on from here on out, one way or the other.
4:15. Snow rain just enough that we're gonna have to quit. Not that much, but just enough. And as you can see, the radar, it's not gonna be quitting anytime soon. So, got more done than I thought we'd probably get. So, good deal. On to tomorrow. Rain day. 0.6 inches. What are we doing, David? What are we doing?
Got a new hub, bearings, inner seal. Hub seal was leaking. This was way more of a mess in there than what it was. So I took all that apart. Come find out the outer nut had come off, which there's an inner nut in here behind that locking ring. The outer one had come off, and the inner nut had begun to come out, but it was still on the threads of the axle. But I was able to move the whole hub, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Almost lost the whole thing, but didn't quite. Anyway, the locking tabs had not gotten placed. We're not in the locking position to hold the nuts in place, to hold the outer nut in place. So anyway, it is now, but we had to get a new hub because the old one was a little whopper jawed.
You know who I blame, Joe? Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Getting a lot of things done on this rainy day. Right now, the neighbors, we're fortunate enough that the neighbors plant a lot of wheat, and I think the Pioneer wheat's the best, which I think is a overall consensus on that. But they're done with their wheat planting. They're happy to get a rain so they get a good stand. But I'm going to get the empty boxes from them and bring them back to our place so they can be picked up by Pioneer and taken back to the plant. Maybe when they bring us some seed here in a month, or before that, I'll let them know we have that, and hopefully they come in and pick it up. They also park them for us. See, they come, these things are twice as tall as they are now. Then you break them down and they become half the size, so you can fit a lot more of them when you're sending them back empty. A whole heck of a lot more efficient. Got 16 of them this time, all strapped down. Gonna unstrap them, unload them, then go get 14 more, then that'll be it.
Big white corn on this beautiful day. See how bright it's getting? I think we got a mile
beautiful
and a half
day
of
in London.
visibility. What do you think? Well, maybe 2 miles of visibility.
All right, to the field. We made it. Weather radio's only giving like 100% chance of rain tomorrow. We're misting today. Get your tractor all in a mess. I'll go back there and unroll my tarp. I think it's worth the money for an automatic tarp roller. You see how messy everything gets. It's super muddy. A lot of times I carry a shovel on the side so I can shovel it off every once in a while. Not real pretty right now, but at the end of the fall we'll clean her up, untarp it, and follow him around all day. Where we farm in Indiana is southern Knox County. It's called the Neck. It's where the two rivers meet, the Wabash and the White. Not a whole lot of people live down here. And that's handy for some things. Dump it on the road. Actually got a drive here. I usually set my auto steer with an A-B line on the rows, and then I remark every time so I don't steer. I just get in the right spot and it steers itself, and all I have to do is worry about the speed. Just I can watch it, look for things not going, not looking right. Plus it's just a heck of a lot easier. So I usually have one hand to keep the camera steady, but I'm steering with that hand and doing the speed with the other. Wish I could show you my equalizer tracks from back there, but can't do it right now. But man, they just give so much with terrain like that. I was in a wheel one for sure. I'd be worried about breaking stuff and flipping stuff over, and even other track ones, but man, they're good for that, especially when you're dumping in a ditch that you gotta get a little close to. Love those things. Plus they're wider too, so a little less pounds per square inch for compaction problems.
Can you boys see, that looks straight now? Or does it still look like it's something forward?
That side's off the creek.
Up which way? Trav says one more that way.
That's how it looks to me anyways. See how low that is?
Yeah.
We're off another one more tooth.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Get you back. Way back.
Not enough room for us up there.
No.
Should we get up there and lay down and add a couple more eyes?
Get in their way. Nice throwing wrenches
Go
at us.
reverse and see if we get the screwdriver out.
Okay. Chain. Jump the cog. Now it's crooked. I got a noise. And a screwdriver. Got lost.
Yeah. Boss got mad, put a screwdriver down in the throat. Now we gotta find it.
I think he's trying to throw at you.
Well, he missed big time. I mean, there's a hole there.
Like close. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa! You wanna get it? I don't want to lose my hand. You don't need both your hands, dude.
I ain't gonna lose my hand, I'll lose a wrench.
What's your problem? You're never willing to sacrifice for this farm. I mean, what's a hand? You got
A
another,
limb?
You got another hand?
Absolutely not. I need both.
That's gonna be a bugger.
Like a ninja, man.
Yeah. Sharp.
We'll booger it. Booger it in there.
All right, so we think the outside one needs it instead of the second the outside.
Huh?
Gotcha.
So I guess it's just been an ongoing problem. It never got fixed.
You call that operator error, that kind of thing.
What?
Huh?
This?
What?
It just happened.
Huh?
You can't have one go forward two and one go back the other.
Well,
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Sure it ain't straight.
I don't think that applies,
Oh,
but
it ain't
it's all I can
straight.
think of.
I'm sure that that's straight. That one's straight. This one's straight. This one is definitely not straight. Well, got the drag chain straighter than it was, but we think something the matter with it because we can't get it straight. It's a 4-drive drag chain, 4 drives at the top gears. It shouldn't jump, period. I think something's crooked about it. It's wore out. Need new drag chains, so we'll get that put in tomorrow. Trying to get a little bit more picked here before it rains. It's supposed to rain from 2.5 to 4 more inches, so see what we can get done this evening. This had been a very good day. Now one of the trucks won't run right like the Jake brakes, which is actually an exhaust brake. It's stuck now. I can't get it unstuck. It sticks every morning, but it won't unstick now. So anyway, right now things aren't going the best, but sun will come up tomorrow. We are on the way in. It is raining again, not very much, but it's raining. So we're in for at least 24 hours of rain. And then I look forward to Friday because we're supposed to see a little sun. We haven't saw any sun for several days. I don't think we've cut any beans. Today's, I think, Wednesday. Week ago, be 2 weeks Sunday maybe, last time since we cut beans, somewhere in there. Been a long time, no good days. Maybe 2 weeks Friday, so it's not been a long time, let's put it that way. So we're going in again, got another 100 acres today. Even with all the troubles, we still got 100 acres and much more. We keep pecking at it. We've got 4,625 acres of corn picked. So we are getting there to the 900 or so. Seems like it's the last part's taking forever.
Friday morning, it rained quite a bit. Don't know if you can see the water down the prairie or not. It's not out bad, but out more than what we'd like. Let's see. 1.9 and counting. Not good when it's already wet. But after today, a lot of dry weather in the forecast, so just get through this, get back at it. Nice, new member of the fleet. What year were you born?
89.
Same age as this truck.
Is it 89 or
I
88?
I don't know. Either way, you two are meant to be. Check it out. See it? See it? Yeah. Haven't seen that for a while. Nice sunny day. It's Friday. All next week it's supposed to be sunny, so hopefully we can get a lot done. Maybe get done with corn next week and get close on beans. So gonna get a lot done next week. Can't wait. Going home and to the kids' birthday party, then get back at it tomorrow. Gonna let it dry off one day. Saturday, second straight day of sun. That's been a while. It's a little frosty. I don't know if you can see it or not. And a little muddy. Maybe a lot muddy. Matter of fact, we're gonna kind of start mudding around. Days like today, why we made the investment to have everything we can as tracks. Get out on it a day earlier, not run it up as fast. Through standing water. It's tracked her up pretty good and has compacted that area, but at least it's not all rutted up. See, up here it looks fine. We'll try to take care of it with some deep tillage later. Here's a muddy's mess, so.
Well, today is Halloween day. I expect to be done by Halloween each year. We would have made it this year, but we've had a good 2 weeks of constantly cloudy weather. Been able to pick some corn, but no beans. It's really backed us up. We'll be done. We'll get a good week. We'll be awfully close. We'll be done with corn for sure. Just about done with beans. We'll get a start tomorrow afternoon. I'm really proud of the way my new gearing off head's running this morning. We're here really wet, dewy conditions, good frost this morning. We want to get started. It's wet, corn's wet, weeds are wet in wet spots. Not a row is plugged up yet, snapping rows, so it's doing a really good job. Also, you can see we got tracks on the combines, tracks on the tractor, the auger wagon. You sometimes wonder why you got them when it's real good and dry, but they're still nice, nothing wrong with them. Before it gets this wet, we had 2.5 inches of rain over here 2 days ago. And quite a bit of rain before that. There's a little water pit in spots. You can see we're not making much of the track. Staying on top good. So it pays for us anyway. We feel like it pays to have the tracks. You're not afraid to get out here. You're not really rutting it up like you would if you had tars with a heavy load on. So we're going this morning and we expect to be able to go with the corn now. The way the weather sounds, next several days will be good. Ought to be done with corn before it rains again, so that would be great.
Well, I got some good news, some bad news, and some worse news. Good news is day number 3 is Sunday. Bad news is, as you can tell by looking at my rig here, still extremely muddy. And the worst news is, we're down at the moment. The housing for the hydraulic filter broke. Right there. Where the filter screws in, somehow broke. Haven't seen that before. You seen that before?
Nope. Never have.
This little mix of mud and water and oil.
Well,
Has been a productive 2 days for right now. Filter piece that broke off. Right there. Yeah. Okay. Broke, Trip. It broke. Down to J&L Equipment, H&R Agri-Power, I guess, in Princeton. I want off the new combine because they didn't have the part, or off an old combine. Big breakdown, but ain't gonna take too long to fix.
Alright, sure I can get you now. That'll be too much.
You know what I forgot to do? This finger snap. I could have snapped it and been fixed. Forgot.